This is number 116 of 365. It's called Manifesting You. Starting in 5. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you. It is me. It is Paul Carpenter. That is you. You're watching. Today's number 116 of 365, and it's called Manifesting You. Sometimes what I do is I look up what the number 116 means, or whatever the episode number is. And so today, not having really any kind of place of thought that I was going to shove into your face in the morning, I looked up 116, and it says something to the effect of, hold your highest material self in your mind because the universe is making it happen in its time. Something to that effect, I think, is what it said. Of course, I'm paraphrasing because I'm not reading it. It's not in front of me. But it was something to that effect. Something to the effect of manifesting your 3D self, understanding the difference between the 3D you and the 5D you, connecting to this, like, like what would Jesus do kind of mentality, or what would Buddha do kind of mentality, or even higher than that, and trying to go for something that's no longer like just like physical and like almost not even real. It's so funny though, really, isn't it? That the physical stuff is the stuff that's not the real stuff, and that all the other stuff is the real stuff. But while you're here, the physical stuff feels like the real stuff, but it's not. Totally not. That's all the bullshit. And the stuff that really matters is the stuff that you can't explain, the stuff that you try to, but it doesn't come out right. I think someday I or somebody else will look back on these and be like, it's just it's like a dog barking, or like a chicken, a rooster that crows. It's not so much that it has any kind of ultra meaning. It's just waves of energy of it's like when you wake up and you stretch, or it's a release. It's like when you wake up and you take a piss. It's all it is. It's not. There's no real grand meaning to it all. In the end of it, it's just expression for the sake of expression. But the concept of the whole thing is, in some way, manifesting yourself into this thing. And this thing in and of itself is not even real. But you're putting yourself into this thing. Like creating a story for other people to watch. Yet it's just you watching yourself. You kind of, it's like what's the cosmic dance dancing for itself. And you gotta dance. Like, that's part of the thing. If you're not dancing, then you're just watching. And if you're just watching, that's not bad because you're part of it. You have to watch because somebody has to watch the dance. And yet, at any point in time, you can become the dancer. At any point in time, you can become the watcher. You can be both at the same time. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to be either one. Another one of the story. The story is whatever you want it to be. You can be both at the same time. You don't have to be either one. You can be. It doesn't matter. That's the point. None of it's like some kind of. There is nothing that you're here that you have to force yourself to do or be or even create. It's almost as though you just have to just experience and just kind of. It's like a highway that's already been made, right? You've never been on that highway before, but the highway was already there. There's been people that were on that road thousands of times before you got there. And there's a highway. You're going to drive on the highway. It's going to have the same view that it had for everybody else, except for maybe the time of day or the place. But the same tree is going to be at the same place, or the same wall that they put is going to be in the same place. This is whether you pass through that area, whether you get to that space or not, whether you chose to go on that highway or not, that you even get to see the highway. But you got to choose the highway. In and of itself, the choice is innocuous. It doesn't matter. Of whether you went or you didn't go, you saw or you didn't see. The only thing that really truly matters out of this whole entire thing is the experience that you're experiencing for yourself. Because you're the one creating the experience. So are you creating an experience that's positive and beautiful for yourself? Are you thinking about positive and beautiful things when you wake up? Are you thinking about negative things and negative people and negative ideas and the world is broken? And so what is it that you're creating in your own mind? What is it that your own words are saying to yourself so that the universe can give to you the thing that you're thinking about? Otherwise, the universe will only give to you the thing that it thinks it needs to know that you need to know because it's the thing that you're supposed to learn because you're not doing anything to learn anything. So therefore, everything happens when it happens by the chance of it happening. But you have to be willing to accept that chance or nothing happens and then you keep going into this cycle of nothingness. And the same nothingness is just still a somethingness. It's still something. You can still go into a nothingness as long as you want. Like as deep as you want, you can go into nothing. And as well as something, you can go as deep as you'd like. Learning that both end up resolving within themselves at the opposite side of themselves. So you find that you're looking for something, you find 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 something, you find, realize that you found nothing. And in the same place that you look for nothingness and nothingness and nothingness, you're going to find somethingness. That's just the way that it works. It's just the way that it works. It's just the way that it works. There is no end to either side of the table. So it doesn't matter which way you go, you're always going to find whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter where you go. You'll always find whatever you want. And that's only if you're searching, right? Because you could be going and not searching. And then, in not searching, you find by not searching. And then you also find by searching. It's the most impossible game to figure out because there is no game to figure out. That's the point. I am what I am. I will be what I will be. There is no puzzle to figure out when the puzzle is the puzzle. When you are the puzzle for the puzzle's sake. It's the same over and over again. Doesn't matter which way you write it. Doesn't matter which way you see it. Doesn't matter which way you go. You're always going to get back to the answer of the same thing, which is source. You always get back to source. Always get back to source. There is no other place. So the idea of manifesting yourself is just the idea of being yourself and not having to do anything but be. Because if you are you, then you are the manifesting of the self that you wanted to be in the first place because that's how you manifested yourself because you wanted to manifest yourself that way so that you manifested. Do you understand how it works? There is no trying to do anything. You just have to do. Just be. Just be. You don't even have to do. That's the point. Fuck me. You just breathe. Just breathe. Just eat. Just put something in your mouth. Just experience. Don't have to fucking do anything else. When you put anything else into the puzzle on top of that, then you're already putting in puzzles and the puzzle that was already the puzzle, and then you have no puzzle. And you start losing the sight of the actual point of getting to the 5D. That is the highest idea. Is the idea that you want to be compassionate and loving and sacrifice everything and give yourself to everyone and have yourself be the thing that is, and also know that every single person that you contact with, and the moment that you're in there, and the person that we look up to is the person who gives their time to that person in every single way, shape, or form. When they speak, you can see it in their eyes. You can see it in their fucking skin almost, like they're wanting to hear the next word. They're not expressing something in their mind waiting to speak. No, they're listening to every single word that you speak and like, whoa about it. Those are the people that we go like, wow, dude, that guy's a badass, bro. He really gets it. I mean, isn't that the exact same thing I'm just talking about right now? The idea is that when you're trying to be interesting, you should actually be interested in the person. And then that makes you interesting to them. Because maybe you're a person who actually wants to hear what they have to say. Actually hear into their mind. Maybe have someone who gets to actually be free in front of somebody else. Because that's their thing. They never knew that that's what they were going to get. But that's what they got. They got freedom for the first time. And they're like, whoa. And maybe that's a little too much. Maybe the idea of is not. And the is not is. And there is nothing but flow. There is nothing but flow. You just have to just flow. Whatever comes, however it comes, in whichever direction it comes. There is no anger towards the thing that is happening at you. There is nothing more than the feeling of allowing for it to be. Without frustration, without anger, without any kind of against it. Whatever you want to call that thing, that feeling of I don't like, the feeling of I don't understand. It's like if you're truly connected to the fifth, to the idea of all, then everything is nature and everything is beautiful and everything is happening as it's supposed to happen, whether it is something that seems atrocious or not. Because all is, it already is, and we should be in the moment of the is. We should be in the moment of the idea of all that is, and just is. It is. It's good. It's good. Whatever the fuck it is, it's good. And I bow my head down and I look not upwards as I say, oh my God, I'm sorry. Recognizing that even as I speak, just the words, they shouldn't have to be any more than whispers. They shouldn't have to be any more than whispers to be felt, to be heard by the vibrations of those around me. I don't need to scream. I don't need to yell to be heard. To say that what I'm truly asking always and every day is to awaken to the atrocities, to awaken to the anger, to awaken to this sadness and frustration that is constantly in front of you, and to push it away. To push it away with nothing but greatness and abundance and love from the acceptance of the universe, of the thing that you know that you're inside of, that we're already connected to, that we are already trying to be in part of. And instead of trying to be part of it, just be part of it. Love yourself within it. Express yourself to those around you as though you are that which is trying to be beautiful to those around you. Not trying to hurt, not trying to manipulate, not trying to disturb, not trying to do anything else but be a good person. And if you do that, you will most likely receive beautiful, loving things in your life. And if you don't, then express that as the lesson that is meant to be learned, or the feeling of something that's supposed to be. Don't express it as a place of frustration or a place of anger, a place of feeling as though the universe is condemning you. Instead, come from a place of saying, it's meant to be as it is, for it is what it is, because that is the beauty of what it is. And even if it makes no sense, you accept that beauty. You say, hey, that's the thing. That's what everybody else is searching for. Found it. Found it. It's already here. And that's what, the thing is that everybody says it for thousands of years, folks. The same thing over and over again. The same words over and over again. And what do? We disavow, we murder, we assassinate, we throw them up as martyrs. We make fun of them. We push them to the side. We make them the dredge of society. And then those who are famous, who decide to go in that direction, are then called psychotic or crazy or left to be the once again the ilk of what society should be. And shouldn't we all just have the nice places to live and all eat the caviar? But we can't, because if we did, then nobody would be our little people who need to do for us so that we don't have to do for ourselves. But no. We don't ever get there, do we? We don't ever get there. Instead, what we do is we get to this other place of manipulation of words and manipulation of the ideas of what this greatness is in our lives. And instead, we push it away and we listen to horrible music and watch horrible movies and listen to horrible conceptual ideas that have nothing to do with our soul and nothing to do with helping each other and nothing with doing with anything that is positive in the actual existence of what we live. Instead, we go buy the shitty meat in the store and we buy the fucking crappy food from the store and we buy the fucking sugar-infested stuff and we give it to our children and we wonder why they're fat, and we give it to ourselves and we wonder why we're unhealthy, and we fucking are constantly putting ourselves into this place of pain and suffering. Listening to the words of people telling us that we're not good enough, that we're too fat, that that we don't have enough, that we should want more. And if we don't have it, then we're fucking pieces of shit for not having it, and we should be pushed away. When in reality, the people who don't have are the ones who are the fucking most righteous on this planet, the ones that are recognizing the actual insanity of what we're putting ourselves through. We're truly aware. If we're truly aware, you should recognize that you already have been given this beautiful thing called life, and that the only thing that makes this thing hard are the middlemen in between the life of what you are supposed to be given. It is the middlemen who have taken away your ability to truly dig into the ground and make your own food. It is the middlemen. And guess what? We are the middlemen. We are the ones begging like the slaves to just own each other. Yeah. Because guess what, folks? You're never going to be the 1%. 99.9% of the people who watch this will never be the 1%. And if you do get to be at the place of that level, then you end up becoming a sick, twisted human being that does not give a fuck about the idea of life. You become a person who is nothing more than a number, and you become nothing more than a frivolous thing to a system that doesn't care about you, that gives you $300 or $400 to take care of your shit when your family has no job, when you got nowhere to go. Oh, don't worry, we'll give them $1,200. Yeah, for the last, 3, 4, 6 months. Where you haven't had a job, where you've been begging from your own community to give to you. Where your own community had to go out of their way, not the government that you supposedly love and care about so much about you. Your patriotism, your fighting and killing yourselves, putting yourself in harm's way for the abject poverty of somebody else. Leaving them in that situation while we live driving around drinking our Starbucks coffees. Life is fucking good, yo. Who gives a fuck about them shithole countries? I can't worry about that. I have to worry about me. I can't worry about my neighbor. Fuck him. I gotta worry about my own. Because if I don't worry about my own, I'm fucked. I'm homeless. And I, too, am a dredge of society, lost to the wages of the world. And I don't want to be that. Because if I become that, whoa, I'm just as bad as that guy. The guy who's on the side of the street begging for change because he doesn't know how to do for himself. Or he's not intelligent enough. Or he doesn't want to give to society. No, he doesn't want to fucking hurt. And he doesn't want to put into a system that hurts children and hurts fucking the ideas of your mind that you're beautiful and honest and good and that you can give to this world and that you have something to offer. But if you don't do it with money, if you don't do it with power, then you're nothing. Then you're a loser. Then you have nothing to give to anyone else. Because you don't see the stories of the people who truly care. You don't see the stories of the people who go out of their way. Who do you see? When do you see that on the news? When do you hear of those people? You don't. Instead, you hear about the guy who went out of his way to hurt somebody else, or the police who killed a woman inside of her house, or the man who put a knee on another man's knee to show dominance of power. But you don't see the kid who went out of his way, who has been spending the last, whatever amount of time that he's had over this last year collecting shoes to give to homeless people. Or the other, amounts of people in the world that are trying to do their best to keep us afloat. While the rest who are above us are finding every single way they can to keep us going against each other, hurting each other, so that we can be nothing more than slaves to their system. They don't care about you. They haven't and they won't. When? When did they give to you and love you and tell you that you were good? They don't give a fuck, bro. They don't give a fuck. You're just a fucking piece of shit to them. You're just a little number. And the idea of ooh, now we don't have to wear masks? Woo, yay! We're free! We're free! And what does everybody do? They get mad. They start freaking out at everybody else. What are you're not going to wear a mask? You're not going to wear a mask? You're not going to wear a mask? I can't believe you. What kind of person are you? You're such a piece of shit. You must be from Texas or Mississippi or... where are you from? You're from one of those liberal states? Huh? You're from one of those places where they think that you should do it on your own because you think people are smart enough. Look at you. Look at me. Look at what we have created. Tell me where this is going in a good direction. Tell me where this is going in a place where we're trying to help each other and be honest and loving and free and good and all that crap. Tell me. Tell me how making money every day and paying bills every day is doing us a good job. How paying my taxes is helping me. Because I can see that I'm getting my fucking unemployment coming in, or the other 20 million people or however many people in the world have still don't even get unemployment. Fuck that. We're talking about the United States. Think about everybody else, bro. Think about second and third world countries that were already fucked. What about them? But no. Let's not worry about them. Remember, we have to worry about our own. Gotta do me, bro. Gotta do me. Gotta get up there however I need to get up there. So I don't have to be one of these impoverished, infected fuck humans. Let me get in between you and my crystal wall so I can have my little glass so that you can put your slimy hands on it and I can get somebody to go clean it for me. Just so I can see you, but I don't have to deal with you. And I'll put my blue line in between me and my ivory tower behind me. Huh? So that blue line can be my rules and regulations. So that you, the impoverished, you, the non-knowledgeable, you, the ilk, the crap of society can stay where you belong. Yeah. Truth is, bro, this thing that we've been living in, we've been doing it for a long time. And nobody who comes out and speaks and says, hey, yo, wake the fuck up, ever gets it. Whoever the revolutionary motherfuckers are, die. You ask why, like, people are like, dude, it's so fun. People are like, hey, Paul, dude, seriously, you're like a magician and a singer and an artist and you do all the stuff. Why are you not famous? Because I fucking talk too much shit. Because they already know who the fuck I am. I've been talking shit for 20 fucking years. Do you think they want me in their system? Do you think they want me part of it? No, they only want 4 people watching. 2 to 3 people watching. That's how they've always wanted it. They don't want me to get big. If they wanted me big, I'd be big already, bro. As a singer, or as a magician, or as an actor, or as a painter, or as a whatever the fuck I've tried to be in my life. I would have already been. I already know all the people. I already know the people at the top who are cool. I already know them. So if they wanted to give me the opportunity, it would have already been given. The thing is that the people who I know are nothing more than puppets to the people who truly have the money. And those people who truly have the money definitely don't want my fucking punk ass speaking shit. They don't. And the only way that I can get a voice, the only way that I can speak my truth is by having you guys share my shit. Me begging every day. Saying, look, bro, I'm broke. I have no money. I live in this wild, fucking crazy idea that being part of society means that you're fucking being a piece of shit that's only fucking going to help society go further towards its own destruction. Period. There is no way that we are going to go in the direction we are going right now with technology where we are doing a good thing to ourselves. There's no way. Every single action that we are taking right now in this world, is going towards us being mechanical fucking robot humans with nano babies that are made in fucking test tubes. Our fucking human ideology is gone. And you ask me why I don't want to be fucking part of it. Why don't I want to get a job? It's so sad, bro. It's so sad. It's so sad to have an awareness so attuned. And yet everybody going, here we go again. Paul lost his shit. No, dude, I'm just becoming more and more aware of it. More and more aware. More and more aware of the pain that we are living in. More and more aware of the destruction of the planet. Of the destruction of ourselves, our souls. We are literally fucking stabbing at our soul. We are hurting ourselves, man. And the only way, and I've said this 1,000 times for 20 fucking years, the only way out is to stop. And the thing that's really fucking crazy for me is that there was the first time in human history that we all were on the streets at the same time begging for it to stop. Last year, bro. Just last year. We had the entire fucking human race on the streets saying stop. What happened? Ding, 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 ding. Nada. Not a goddamn thing. And then you have people rioting so crazy that you have them running up to the fucking White House, bro. Trying to take down the White House with Trump. What the fuck? What the fuck? Can you not see that? Or do you want to, what, you want to just go back to going to movie theaters on the weekends and like regular work and like, it's okay, listen, it's as good as it's going to get, Paul. We live in the best country in the world where everything's super easy and it's like you got a CVS and a Walgreens on every corner. Why are you complaining? You should be happy. You live in America. You live where freedom is true for everyone. Racism's not real. At least not anymore. It's like, what? It's not even about racism anymore, bro. It's not even about the genderism. It's about humanism, bro. It's about huma-fucking-ism. Where's the humanism? Where are we? How did we turn into meat packing? Like, we are literally packing ourselves. We are literally putting ourselves into a meat packing plant, cutting ourselves up, and only putting out the right piece. Here, you can only see my eyeball. Here, wait, you can only see my tit. Hold on, let me show you my dick pic. The fuck is going on? Manifest yourself. True manifestation of self is connecting to the true, honest belief of who you really are and what you really understand about what's going on. To connect to anything else is fake. To put any other kind of fucking mask on your face is bullshit. And if you do that, then you're just living within the dream. You're not living within the reality. You're just holding on to the things that you think that you thought you knew because of what fucking you got told when you were watching fucking Disney and fucking what you thought when you thought you knew what you were supposed to get when you were watching fucking Sesame Street and fucking Kermit the Frog. That's what you think you knew. Because you got told that, and in between that for, 20 minutes every fucking episode of whatever the fuck you watched, you saw someone told you that you needed to go eat this kind of cereal or buy these kind of shoes or wear this kind of shirt. And if you didn't, then you probably weren't going to be cool and you wouldn't get to go hang out and go to the cool parties with all the cool kids and do all the cool drugs. Which, by the way, you shouldn't do because that's a war that we're having and we've had for 50 years, but we haven't gotten anywhere yet. But don't worry about that. We have the same one on poverty, which, of course, we haven't gotten anywhere on that one either. And don't worry, any war that we have on anything, don't worry about it. We don't actually get anywhere with our wars anymore because wars are things that last, into infiniums now because it's the way we make money. Wake up. That's it. Today's a wake-up day. Today's a wake-up day. But nobody will. Nobody will. And I'm gonna go take a piss test to go get a job. And I'm gonna be just like everybody else. Because the truth is, being homeless sucks, and being without food sucks, and living in the 3D is where I really am. And I never made my whatever the fuck this internet thing is smart enough or big enough for me to be able to capitalize on 100,000 people watching and all of them giving $1 so that I could be like, yo, dude, now we're going to go do some shit with all this money that I have. We're going to go make some noise. But I never did that. Because the truth is, I think I never wanted it. Because if I really wanted it, I guess I could have done it. And the times that I have had any form of, like, fame, it's never been on my terms, so I throw it away. I want it my way. I want it the way I want to write it. And if it doesn't come the way I want it, then I tell whoever and whatever to go fuck off. And that's the same thing I said with MGM. That's the same thing I said with VH1. I was, if it's not the way I see it and envision it, then go fuck yourself. And because I don't want to be part of that. I really don't. In the end of it all, I want a voice to be heard to wake up people, not to keep them sleeping. And I don't want to be one of these fake evangelists, if you will, who drive around in fucking badass cars or whatever the fuck, and drive in fucking, wear fucking all kinds of shitty clothes, whatever the fuck. But then when it comes down to people needing shit, they don't do shit for them. Yeah, I don't need to be that. I don't need to be that. I'd rather be a guy who sells furniture and lets people sleep on the furniture when there's nowhere else to go. That sounds like my kind of guy. If I'm going to be one of those guys. Please go out into the world and do something nice for somebody else. If you can't, do something nice for yourself. Number 2, don't get caught up in all the crazy stuff, because if you do, then you end up making a fucking weird-ass video like this. Number 3, please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to somebody who needs to see it. There's a Patreon. There's a Cash App. And there's YouTube. Thank you for coming to the end of the video. I can't believe you actually watched this whole thing. And I truly wish you nothing but beauty and happiness and love and respect and honor. I love you. I love you all so much. I'll see you all on the other side.